So, exploring abandoned mines and unusual places has taken down my video. The video I made a couple weeks ago was about his Horton mine experience, where allegedly there was this strange siren sound, and I proposed a theory that it was fake, that maybe he got audio from a video and he overlaid that on the back, maybe played it from a speaker, and then presented that as real. A lot of people were naturally skeptical, and so am I. I never said 100% that it was definitely fake. I never would say that. I simply put forward the evidence that I had gathered and let people in the comments decide for themselves, and many people did. So the only content of his that I actually used in the video was a small clip of the sound that he claimed was a ghost. And obviously I used that to show that it sounded similar to another video, debunking it. It was for criticism, which is obviously fair use. If you weren't allowed to use what you're talking about when you're criticizing something, there would be no videos about that, would there? It would just be someone talking to a blank screen. That wouldn't be entertaining, no one would watch it, and it would ultimately benefit people that are spreading false information. And obviously I do know what copyright is. I had to do a little copyright school thing because that's what YouTube made me do before I could access my account again. And obviously I passed all of the questions, I know what copyright is, and this was not an infringement of that. Now there was another clip that I used showing the chain swinging, and I was using that as another example of the ghostly activity that he'd supposedly shown in that mine, the Horton mine. However, that didn't even render properly, so it was literally just a screenshot. So quite obviously you can't copyright strike someone for having a screenshot of what they're talking about and criticizing in the video. That is ridiculous. I suppose there is the chance that he was afraid that it would hurt him financially, that people would watch my video instead of his because it had that small clip in it, but that clearly isn't the case. That tiny clip without barely any context is not enough to take away from his revenue. And guess what? Even if he was that afraid of this, he could have just done the copyright claim where you basically claim the revenue from that video but it stays up. Strange that he wanted to take it down, isn't it? Well, when you think about it, it isn't that strange. You see, I think he understands full well that YouTube takes ages to deal with these, so even if I were to refute it, it would take ages. And of course, the downside to that is, if YouTube sides with him, which they are known to do, just to side with the bigger channel in fear of a lawsuit, then my channel is now at risk of being removed entirely, which of course is terrible. And in a way, it's almost blackmail. Obviously, I'm not even going to risk him trying to do this again, so I'm not going to show any content that is his at all. Obviously, I'd like to show the video so that I can point out just how ridiculous this is, but it's been taken down and I can't even risk showing any of it. Because it was quite literally maybe 8 seconds max, and that was a clip taken from one of his videos that was like 30 minutes long. And it was necessary because I was comparing the two audios. How am I supposed to do that without using that small clip? I didn't use more than I needed, I didn't use less, I used the exact amount that I needed, which is therefore transformative, and I was criticizing him. So I think this is actually quite transparent. I think it is an attempt to silence this video because it exposes him. Even though I was never offensive towards him, I never said it was definitely fake, I simply proposed an argument for why it might be fake and gave some evidence. And in the comments below there was a discussion based on the evidence. Some people said this isn't enough evidence, some people said this is. There was basically a little discussion, and that's how things should be. The evidence should be put out there and people should be able to make their decisions. So naturally my opinion of this man has lowered drastically, and considering this is quite a shady tactic used, I wouldn't put it past him to fake a ghost video. And this is in fact more evidence than my video was that he is faking his ghost videos because he's trying to hide criticism of it. He's trying to stop people questioning whether it's real or not. Why would someone innocent do that? Why would someone who has nothing to hide do this? I think at this point it is just safe to go by Occam's razor and assume that he is hiding something and assume that his ghost videos are fake. I will no longer be subscribed to him and I'll no longer be watching his videos. On a side note, I also find it interesting how he didn't take down my wall deck mine video, which was positive towards him. I was saying there isn't really any evidence that this is fake, and he seems to have ignored that one and left it up. So that's quite convenient, isn't it? I will, however, sadly be taking that video down that took hours to create, maybe 5 hours to edit in total, because I don't want him to have any control over my channel. Thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments below, am I overreacting? Was the video infringing on his copyright? You tell me. Like the video if you did, share it with a friend, and of course if you haven't already, subscribe for more creepy content.
Do it! Do it! Come on! Kill me! I'm here! Come on! Do it now! Kill me! I lied.